Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Monster Train. I'll have you know, I've been playing, today's a Monday, I take Saturday off, but on Sunday I had a Monster Train backlog, so you know what I did at night? Played a little bit of Hell Rush. Had a great time. Hold on, I think my face is a little bit too big. Like this is you. The guy she tells you not to worry about. Yeah, that's me. Okay, maybe like here is about where we want to be. If you haven't played Hell Rush, I encourage you to give it a try. There's enough people online that I was getting matches and like I click the button and then it's like boom, boom, boom. It's like you race, but really it's almost like the last man standing. But you go through like identical challenges. The only thing that changes is the way you respond to it, and it's also like the runs are like a maximum of 35 minutes long, literal maximum because it's timed. It's a lot of fun. I would encourage you to do it if you're staling out a little bit on the main stuff. Not that you would be already, because the game is incredible. But let's get back to some normal Monster Train. I think it's very simple. I think we need Stygian Umbra or Umbra Stygian. We need to do it. Like at this point, you might be like, I'm sick of seeing this stuff, and I agree. But all I need is like one dub. If I could get one W with the Stygian Guard, then I wouldn't be sweating it so much. And we'll get there. We've been playing okay. Can I tell you something? Oh, what is sap? It's probably not that bad. At least it doesn't purge debuffs, so we could go Frostbite or Spell Weakness here with our champion. This is one of the few games, a lot of times YouTubers will say like, oh, you don't understand, like it's so much harder to play games and talk simultaneously. This is one of the games where I actually feel like I'd play better on YouTube and Twitch. On YouTube specifically. On Twitch, I'm a little bit too amenable to what chat says. I know that sounds rude, but it's not that chat doesn't know as much as I do. It's that some people want you to do this, some people want you to do this, and if you get cross-mogenation going, your deck kind of suffers sometimes. But I feel like I play a lot better on YouTube because I'm more focused and I talk my decisions through instead of, you know, just fast, not really paying attention. So we got some spell weakness. Immortal Trade. I really feel you only use Immortal Trade, unless I'm misunderstanding it, when the boss is ruthless, or sorry, relentless. So you would put this on like your champion. They'll get a lot more sustain because of the fact that they'll have lifesteal. But then the Ember Drain doesn't matter because of the fact that it's well, what am I trying to say? I guess it doesn't matter because you're never going to use mana with that unit ever again, or on that turn ever again. So the unit will die before Ember Drain matters. You can apply Ember Drain to like a morsel, but there's no reason for it to have lifesteal in that case, you know? Unless it also has quick. It's gonna like, either it lives long enough to use lifesteal, or it dies before lifesteal is relevant. So I don't really know if I like Immortal Trade, but maybe for getting through some of those hard bosses, it makes sense. I really do like a free morsel per turn is interesting. And I still really do think Spell Weakness is the way to go. Frostbite, it's great if we can root or descend units. But we have a really hard time with Frostbite getting to the kind of damage that's going to kill a boss, is the way I look at it. I guess you could double Frostbite and yada yada, and we do have Offering Pearl or whatever it's called, so if we can get some Offering cards, maybe we can make it work, but I genuinely just feel more comfortable with Spell Weakness. I feel like Spell Weakness is the way to go, and now we're off to the races. Okay, step one. This is good. We don't want spikes. Spikes is the absolute worst thing we could have expected here, because of our sweep champion. And our champion is the only thing that matters right now. So, you guys are going to do a lot of damage. This might be one of the few times we, like, basically summon nothing. I would, and who cares if our Pyre takes a little damage. I think you start here, and you just go, you know what? We'll just dump this Train Steward, why not? And then, I'm definitely looking at this like, could we keep a unit, if we could keep our champion alive, then I think there's enough to like here, because we're going to really slow down the damage dealt to the enemies. So we'll also put... We'd rather have the morsel live, if possible. It probably won't be possible. We'd rather have the HP morsel live. Okay, so now you're actually going to gain HP, which is sick. And I don't really mind that both of you die. We could ice one of you, and then you would live to give us more energy, but I think I'd rather make our... Because that floor is coming up. I think I'd rather make them easier to kill next time. And we're getting a morsel every turn that we could use as kind of a damage shield, so I think that there's a decent case to be made here. Alright, so we'll always start with offering. And if we have 2 train stewards, there's no reason to keep both. We definitely want... You're not... Okay, because we're going to die on the 3rd attack. So we need something in front, which we knew we were going to want anyway. And then, which one would we rather... we would rather you die. But we would rather... Just a question, do we want both morsels to live? Or do we want one morsel and a train steward to live? I think we'd rather have one morsel and a train steward live. And actually, we'll just continue to kind of do the same thing and slow them down. Once you get past that first wave, everything's a lot easier because the rage is going to decay their damage as they come up. Like, this is not really bad at all, to be honest with you. And we definitely... Now, I'm like, if you take 1 damage, nobody cares. So we'll get Shade Spitter going here. You're going to give me a bunch of energy for the next turn. Really have no reason to use Urchin Spines. There's really no reason to use Immortal Trade either, unfortunately. So I think we just kind of pass our turn here. And it's all about just trying to make sure this boss goes down, obviously. So you guys need to get the spell weakness, even though we have almost nothing we can apply to you to begin with. And then we definitely... Lifesteal is pretty sick on your champion. So you're gonna do... You're not even doing enough damage to kill, so I think we just pog up. We just pog this dude up as much as he'll go. And I really feel like we do better killing these guys as quickly as possible, so only the boss remains, ideally. I hope this makes a lick of sense. So we just get that going there. That's good stuff. So again, we definitely want you to get as strong as possible. And if that's as strong as you can get, that's as strong as you can get. So we're trying to make you live as long as possible. We are drawing an Immortal Trade next turn. I mean, I think you might as well just try this. And again, you're doing 5 damage. We really should just lifesteal on you. And that actually moved the needle for us quite substantially. I'm pretty pleased. To be honest with you, I'm pretty pleased with the way that went down. So we're going to Offering Token, and we're going to dump this. You not having Sweep puts us in an amazing spot. So we definitely do not care about energy. Nor do we care about... I mean, really, you're just a damage shield. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't have Sweep, right? No. So we'll give you Lifesteal. You're almost dead. You're so very nearly dead. You're gonna hit our pyre 1 time. I know in most situations, by the way, you're gonna want your champion at the bottom. Our champion was gonna get bodied at the bottom here. So I'm not too upset about this. By the way, I'll make myself be right here where I belong. There we go. So I really think Titan's Tooth is the way you want to go because of our Offering Tokens. Helical Crystals, also great, don't get me wrong. And Rage 2 and Ember Drain 2, it has value because morsels get eaten regardless. So the Ember Drain doesn't matter, but the Rage is relevant instead of the Lifesteal, which just gives a unit more sustain. Antumbra Assault, though, I really like this unit, or like this spell, not for the payoff, but for the fact that it can actually target units in the back, which we have a problem with right now. We only have 1 sweep unit that can hit those kind of support units, those healers and damage dealers at the back. We don't have any units to upgrade. We would if we went this way. But I think we'd prefer... Would we prefer spells? Or would we prefer to get an... you know what? I think we'd prefer for now to get an Umbra unit. And I was going to say, an Umbra unit with Gorge, I think, is where you want to be. And I really think the Crucible Collector, with Lifesteal and an HP buff, can be unbelievable. But I would like to give you an HP buff. So is there anything we want to... I think you just reroll straight off the bat on that one. Quick, we don't even care about as much on a unit like this, I think. And then we'll just purge a card. We'll get rid of... I mean, the basic Train Stewards were not doing bad stuff for us. But I feel like the Immortal Trade is just... I still don't think it's that relevant. Nor do I feel like Frozen Lance is that good, but I think you always come out ahead by removing a card you know is bad. Like, Train Steward doesn't do enough for us to be excited. Alright, spikes are, like, super dangerous for us. I think this is one of those times you just say no, just because spikes counters our champion so hard. Now, our champion isn't even really part of our win condition yet. Are you haste? No, it's spikes. It's spikes. Wow, you're just crushing it, dude. Just trying to. You know what? This will make sure all of you die, which definitely moves the needle. Now that I think about it, applying lifesteal when you're going to kill all these units anyway also means... No, because Ember Drain doesn't apply on the units, it applies on the unit you apply it to. That makes sense. So we'd actually... If we put you at the back, you should be okay. Yeah. We really want you on the bottom, because then you apply more spell weakness, like, as time goes on. Well, you get the chance to, at least. So I think there's definitely, like, a lot of relevancy there. We always play that for this exact reason. We want to get Titan's Tooth out there, which is a big play right out of the gate. Why not? It's an easy Train Steward. Now, you benefit from the gorging, so really, like, just put you out there, and then let's see which one of these is better. +5 or +3 or +3? We'll go with +3. And, honestly, might as well make the Train Steward better. It's not like it's exhausting a card from our deck. This is a quick one, huh? Give me more energy next turn. And, we might as well draw. And we'll just get rid of Urchin Spines for now. And we might as well get another one. Your lifesteal is high enough that I have, like, essentially no concerns. You got 4 lifesteal, and the boss is already dying. So, I do... Oh, hold on, you start here. Come on. I know, this is mostly just to try to make things interesting. You know, to see if we can learn something about the deck. But if we've already got you, then there's no reason to mess with it. Alright, so that was much smoother. We didn't have the trial on that time, but it was much smoother. Feeling pretty good so far. Crypt Builder, I think it's nice. It works with spell weakness and it works with our offering tokens. So, I know we tunnel vision this hard last time we played Umbra, but I still think it's worth a lot. And I think a second Ant-Umbra Assault is also fine as well. We're not worried about getting every card gold right now, we're just worried about living if possible. And, so this is it's a tough choice. If we're gonna duplicate, I will admit a second life-stealing Gorger is probably where we want to go. A relic for free is always tempting, but some of the relics are amazing, some of them aren't. Overgorger can get really strong, but I think Morsel Master by itself is too good. And now if we wanted to, we actually could duplicate the Morsel Master. And I gotta think about that for a second. Get 3 Dante's Candles. Get something great later. Unpurgeable. In reserve, your Pyre takes 3 damage. Sure, why not? People have told me, I did a run on Twitch and people told me this is the best event in the game. But to be honest, I died before it became relevant. So the thing is, Crucible Collector is amazing, for sure. That's what we're gonna do, but I will say Morsel Master, despite not being upgraded, I think is closer than you would think. And for me, it's because, first off, it's Shroud, so it's the best gamer. But secondly, we don't need to upgrade this card because the benefit of this card is not in its stats, it's in its flavor text. So I do think that our Crucible Collector is just disgusting. But I think that the Morsel Master, the Morsel Man I think is pretty good. I think he's up there. And I'm trying to think of what we might actually go draw on this one. We don't really need capacity, and we don't really need energy, but let's not get too cocky. So I'm just trying to think. There is... Do you explode twice? They do. So there is actually 40 damage on this floor, which is obviously terrible. But at the same time, I'm looking at it and I'm like, if I could just get you to live. No, I think you could do it, but I think you're better off setting up on this floor. And I think we'll just relax. Like, I don't think we're gonna play our champion yet. I don't think that's part of our win condition. I think the ultimate win condition is That makes sense. Well, I don't know. We might as well, I guess, but it does counteract the whole point of spell weakness for us. But spell weakness is like, it's our end game win condition, but it's not our dataless win condition, I think. Now there's a little bit of spiciness here. So that, hold on, I'm just thinking. I think we love a Crucible Collector wherever we can get it. At the top to protect our champion is fine. I think I wouldn't call it nice, but it is fine, is a good way to describe it. I think we will just make sure you go down. Then you're taking 58 damage, which is pretty sweet. And we might as well duplicate on this floor because we get, or cast the morsel on that floor because we get twice as much value. And then the Train Steward, I think you just keep it out. I don't even want it on the top floor. I want capacity on the top floor to put morsels, if necessary, to get this guy life-stealed up. Our Train Stewards are now worth more to us dead than alive. Alright, it's a spicy floor. Ain't no doubt about that. It's just, you could not ask for a worse draw, essentially. We drew all 3 of our Purge cards. That's okay, though. Like, it's actually okay. Your Pyre will take 3 damage. Honestly, because I'm going for score, I don't think this is a great play, but let's protect our Pyre. Otherwise, it was going to take 9 damage if we played Offering. We weren't really facing, like, real-world consequences, so this is exactly what we want to see. We can ice the unit that's going to give haste, and we got a lot of value out of that. Nobody's suffering too hard here. I think with Lifesteal, we'll give you the extra bonus here. You won't get gorged for a bit, but that's fine. And then +3, +3. Okay, hold on, start here. Get rid of that. Tell you what, we'll go +3. And then do we want to... I still think the bottom floor essentially has no reason to exist. So let's get this out here and... So just kill you for no reason. And again, we could apply lifesteal, but for a unit with, like... It doesn't matter because it's getting eaten, so why do we care about lifesteal keeping it alive? Maybe I'm missing something, okay? It wouldn't be the first time. Alright, everything's going fine on that floor. We don't need to sweat it. Antumbra Assault we just love in order to stop the haste. And then we're always looking for an offering card there, but if we don't get it, we don't get it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. We got a few too many morsels, but we can always just yeet them out there to get killed anyway. So giving you damage shield is always going to be sick. You're dying anyway, you're taking 8 damage. Well, I think, again, just giving you as many lifesteal upgrades as possible is a beautiful thing. I don't know, like, you kind of might as well put these out here, and then, you know, it's pre-morsel. We put out the buffet hot plates if anybody wants to eat. I don't think they're going to get too much done here, but that's okay. So this is it's a fairly simple one, I think. Everything's going fine. We're going to Offering Token and dump Titan's Tooth, which is going to put Frostbite on you. It did get rid of the spell weakness, admittedly. And then Antumbra Assault doesn't do much for us. These guys are just, they don't do anything, so there's no real reason to have them here. So we're just going to dump these two. And we might as well hit you. And nobody's... Why are you you're taking damage due to Frostbite? No, the best play is definitely to do that then. Because we'll get more lifesteal on you. The lifesteal is what's going to win us the game. The damage shield would be nice as well. And you're dead, so we got nothing to worry about. Alright. This is pretty much like it's a textbook run so far. We got nothing to complain about. The Gorge Collectors are doing great work. Just stay the course. Everything's going okay. I do think Deep Offering is pretty good to hit multiple offering targets. Rage 4, Multi-Strike 1, Ember Drain 4. So you're like, you're making a morsel unbelievably strong. But then you also want it to get gorged. I think that's low value. It's maybe not worth 2 is a better way to describe it. But I'm not really sure Deep Offering is what we're looking for here. I believe it or not, but it's a rare pack, dude. It's a rare pack. This is a pack that is rare. I think this is I think we can make Deep Offering work. Oh my god. This is all good, but Morsel Maker is really what you're looking for. And I've changed my mind. I want capacity. And the reason I want capacity is because Gorge Collector, Morsel Master, sorry, the copier, doesn't allow us to put... Right now, if we summon one, it summons the second and we get the full capacity. We actually, for one capacity, get 2 more morsels, I think. Yeah, we get 2 more morsels, which is really good for our Gorge Collectors. So now, we think about this and we go, where are we at? Is it making a unit better important, or are we in Spell City? And I really think we're in Spell City. I don't think we need another Umbra unit. Take the 5 Pyre health or whatever. Holdover is extremely great. What you would want is to, like, remove Consume from Deep Offering and then hold it over. But I still think... Well, you know, the Offering Token is a complicated situation. Because Offering Token is a dead draw. You draw it, and then you draw 1, discard 1. So it actually, like, mills your hand, kind of. But is that, or it makes your hand worse every turn, which is really bad. But is that good enough when you consider the effect that we'd get out of Titan's Tooth and the effect that we'd get out of Crypt Builder? I'm gonna give it a try, though it may surprise you. It probably doesn't. I value Holdover quite highly. And then, really, we shouldn't lower the cost of anything that is an offering. We could lower the cost of Deep Offering so it becomes much more playable. And then, dude, I'll tell you, Antumbra Assault does pretty well, but it's gonna get consumed. I think we'd rather reroll first, see what we get. Double stack. There's no remove consume? I think make Deep Offering free, and it becomes much more tempting. And then start pulling out, like, these Frozen Lances don't do anything for me in my world. So, we did maybe... I don't think we wasted money there. I think we spent it in a way that maybe not everybody's into. And we'll just go... We're going hard on Spell Weakness. It hasn't been a necessary part of our run to this point, but it may become a necessary part of this run by the boss. And I feel like we can totally turn on... the trials for now and try to, like, springboard up in terms of, like, you know, our rate of change. Okay, so you're doing 24 damage. This is great for us because Crucible Warden will live. Crucible Collector, who I've called Gorge Collector. Whatever, dude, you know who I'm talking about. So, what do you like? You put a Morsel Master down here. And then you could put your Titan's Bane down here. But I don't think that's as good as just making this guy unbelievably strong. So we're just going to create a super... You know what? I mean... If we can, why not, I guess, at this point. Because Spell Weakness is worth something. And it does kill a unit. But this does limit our ability to get extra Gorges going here, but so be it, I suppose. Alright, so you've got to go. Although... Do you do damage? Yes? Okay. So I think we'll ice you. You're not living. So we need to cast something in front of you, which is fine. We do want to play Deep Offering for the record as well. But I think we want to get you out here as well. I think we'll play you here. We'll play... It's a weird one. We'll play you up here so we get the gold. And then we want you to live. Best way to do that, for certain, is just... We definitely would rather have you out here. You didn't get duped? You did get duped. Okay. So now you're taking 67 damage, which is much worse for you. And we'll Deep Offering you as well. Do we want to get... Why not? Why not? Get that out there. Okay. Deep Offering will hit you pretty hard. And then... feel like you might as well Shade Spitter... put out another one of these dudes. And I really feel like we're safe for a long time. I'm not saying we got the whole run sewn up, but I think we're in a really, really, really good place. So there's a few plays here. We're gonna... Maybe we don't start it. Maybe we start here just to see if we get an offering. At least we got something out of it. I think we really like Morsel Maker on this floor. And all of a sudden... we're getting 4 morsels per turn. I'm just trying to make sure, because like if I summon another unit here, they'll be at capacity. So I think we'd like to get rare morsels, but then this will only summon 2 morsels, I think, and maybe we're like, you know, biting off a little bit more than we can chew in that department, but it seems like a quality problem to have, let's put it that way. Everybody's doing fine here. Everybody's doing fine here. Let's get this out of there, and, I mean, you know how this is gonna go. We're really just trying to make our Gorge, our Crucible Collectors, the strongest units you've ever seen. So far, it's working out quite nicely. We do need to torch you. And now that I look at it, I'm like, dude, straight up, I don't know if it's going to happen. I think our Pyre is going to take some damage there. The only thing I could think of is, I'm like, wait a minute, hold the front door, okay? You're gorging out of control, you're gorgeous. Let's see what we get here. No damage, some damage. We're not gonna kill you. It's not possible. So in that case, I think we accept the Pyre is gonna take some damage. Didn't really matter who we attacked because our Pyre is gonna kill you in 1 hit anyway. We just get you to gorge as much as is humanly possible. If anything makes it's got to be sweep. Only a sweep unit would make it out of this floor. It doesn't matter at all because we've already got it, but look at that. Our Gorge Collector is gonna kill the boss, Crucible Collector, sorry, and take 1 damage. By the end of this fight, it had taken 1 damage. Okay, that's tough. That's a tough one for the boss to get around. So using Preserve to get Permafrost is great if we can Permafrost like Crypt Builder or Titan's Tooth. But it is kind of a dead draw by itself. I think it can work, but we need to create more draw. That's the way I think about it. I like a lot of these. Like, I like Void Binding. I get Void Binding now. You cast it on a morsel that's up in front to protect units behind it, and then it gets eaten anyway, so you don't have to deal with the Ember Drain. It's good, but do we need it with a Gorge Collector that's pogged out of his mind? Crucible Extension? Really, I actually feel like Crucible Extension is the worst card here because we just don't need... we just don't need the capacity. But then Excavation Eruption, I'm like, do we even have enough energy to do this? We do summon morsels that'll get us there. But it might... I think maybe you... Let's take 1 Void Binding to make up for the fact that I've ignored it in the past, and I do think it's good for us. Oh, baby, we made it! Okay, 30 cards is too big. I don't like this deck having 30 cards. Get Dante's Cloak, plus 2 magic power for every Blight card in your deck, and Dante the Deceptive. When played, gain a stack of Multi-Strike for every Blight card in your deck. So this my man is going to get 3 multi-stack right now. I'll take you, and we did just get an achievement there. At least now we have something to put on a 3rd floor that we have not really cared about prior to this point at all. So I'm torn. I'm torn on this one because I do want to remove some cards. But I'm also like, do units require anything? Only Crucible Collector and maybe Dante the Deceptive matter at all. I still think we just do better on spells, and I hate to say it because you're like, it's not balanced, but our units do not matter. The only units that matter have already, and we'll go for the chance to daze, but the units that matter have already been upgraded. So on a holdover, it's very simple. You either want Titan's Tooth or Crypt Builder. I think we want Crypt Builder. Assuming that discard counts as playing, yeah, because it says it will instead be played. As soon as we get Offering Token Crypt Builder, we should get it every single turn. Now, that is going to use up a lot of our hands, so this might be a time where we want to go draw straight up instead of energy or capacity, which is not common, but it is what it is. And I think now we're in, like, it's Purge City, baby. So please do me a favor and get, hold on, why do you do more damage now? Because of Dante's Cloak? Plus 2 magic power for every Blight card in your deck. Okay. It's interesting, too. That being said, I really think I still just want the Frozen Lances to go. We could cut the other offering token as well. I think at this point, that brings us no pleasure. And I think Immortal Trade has no... So I think, like, cut. That's my plan. And then, of course, the Train Stewards as well. So, well, you know what? We'll start with the Train Stewards. They are quite literally worth nothing, I suppose. Let's save some money, because we're going to be doing some big cuts. We're going to be doing your cut. Train Steward, your cut. Armor 15. I want the coins. I want the coins so we can get some upgrades. So let's see how this works, all right? Let's see if I got the knowledge to get me into college, as Belle and Sebastian said. Okay, do we want to put something in our hand and make it permanent? Well, it's permanent. It's frozen itself, I should say. So it's not bad. Two of you got dazed. It's fantastic. So we definitely want Crucible Collector down here. 2 units already dying. We want you to give him some lifesteal. It's beautiful. We really... No, we're good. We put Morsel Maker there. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And you know what? Let's make Dante the Deceptive. Let's make him good to go here. Let's make him good to go. And we'll put... we will still put a Titan's Bane in here, because I think that having the spell weakness on the bottom floor is nice. I admit this does disrupt our Wombo combo, but we didn't draw our Wombo combo on turn 1, so, you know. What are you gonna do? Not being able to kill you is a bum. It's a bummer. But I think it's very simple. You want a Crucible Collector. You want a Morsel Master. And then you want to gorge the crap out of him. This guy's getting pre-gorged every single turn. And you're gonna... Oh, you're dazed, but you're still gonna get away, I think. So get rid of you. And honestly, let's get my man Dante the Deceptive out there. He's doing 15 damage, so he responds very well to buffs. Yo, it didn't run because it was dazed. Instead, it's up at the front. What a terrible situation for you, and not for me at all. Deal 11 damage. We got problems on this one, and I appreciate it because we've been kind of rolling. So hold on. 11 damage to get 2 morsels. Has to happen. That's changed the game quite prodigiously. You guys are doing great down here, although you are taking 10 damage. We going? Damage shield 1 is really nice. We going? You guys are doing wonderful stuff. Now you're gonna stand in front of this man and protect him. If you get to the pyre, you get to the pyre. This is really, though, a full deep offering situation. Hold on. What's your incant? It's Harvest. No incants? Okay, so we can just play this no matter what. And we got a holdover offering token. So we play it for sure. And then we get Titan's Tooth. Unfortunately, we do have to discard it on this floor. We can't manipulate that, but that's still a really good turn of events for us. And we got 4 energy. You got spell weakness. It's like... Look, even if this don't move the needle enough, I'll take it. I'll take it. That turned out pretty well. So we should get our holdover draw discard back. Don't worry about it. You don't need to know everything that's happening there. You just need big picture stuff. And we did. But where the heck is my holdover Titan's Tooth? It's coming up, right? Or Crypt Builder. There you go. Okay. So we're going to use the holdover one. And we're going to dump probably Frozen Lance. And then we're going to use our other one. We didn't get what we wanted. I think this time, dump just a random Shade Splitter. So... Damage shield 2, rage. You're gonna do some damage to our pyre. Full stop. We're not, and keep in mind this is with the trial, so I'm not really sweating the results of this as of right now. just trying to think of what we want. If you do damage, we're gonna put you up there. We could give you Rage 6, and you're gonna then do 15 times 5, but we're gonna have no mana next turn, which is suboptimal. And you're already, you copy. It is tempting to buff you more, and I think that's probably closer to our overall win condition. Yeah, so let's do it like this. All right, that moved the needle for us, and Dante the Deceptive will actually live long enough to eat something, and you'll get double powered. I mean, it's all about, as long as the Pyre doesn't die to minions, it's all about beating the boss, and this is a beating the boss path. We are gonna not have a great score though. We're not gonna have a great score. You gotta go. So this is a very simple one where we probably just dump, because this is Respite. We dump Immortal Trade. No, you dumped Crypt Builder. Whoops. So we want to play Crypt Builder because it's holdover, even though I made the mistake and we're playing it like at cost. You definitely want that out of there. That's me being a dummy and then being very, very lucky that it actually doesn't really matter. I think we need you to go so that we do more damage to you. And then we're really just going to buff the crap out of our multi-strike dude at the top here. And we got all sorts of plays. So you got Stealth 8. We're going to do no damage to you on this floor, which sucks, dude. That sucks. You have to go. We don't attack you first. The reason we don't attack you first is because we'd rather put up spell weakness. Now that I think about it, we're not putting up any spell weakness anyway. But I still think we want to dump on this guy first. Get this out of here. Beautiful stuff. Okay. Now, how are we going to make it out of this? You have 8 turns of stealth. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to have 1 stealth when you go up. But there's really nothing we can do to change it, even with casting any of these. So I think you just dump this. We just have to accept that floor sucks. So we got to focus on this floor. That's all we can really do. Like, Lifesteal and Ember Drain are not going to do it because nobody on this floor is attacking. How do we feel about Lifesteal and Ember Drain on the next floor? I don't think it'll live long enough to matter, unfortunately. You have a damage shield? I'll play a Train Steward to protect your damage shield. That's where I'm at in life. And I'm just telling you, once the boss loses stealth, it's over for them. They're taking 10 damage. That's about to change. So you got no spell weakness. We knew that was coming, unfortunately. Still got you for 60, which is nice. Why are we only hitting you for 10? Oh, because you have 2 turns of stealth. Okay. And that's just great luck. But that's why those... That's the normal situation for those cards. So we definitely want this. And now you're dead. Okay, that changed things. Alright, turns out Void Binding is pretty good. If a boss with stealth can't get us, I think that we're at least good until, hopefully, the final boss. I truly believe I don't want any of those. I truly believe I don't want any of these either. I think our deck is packed to the freaking brim already. I think we're now singularly focused on removal if possible. So we will go this path. And really, I have to... I know I'm beating an old drum here, but our Train Stewards are our worst card by far. I think. Let's go see what's going on in the caverns. Maybe we can buy a sick relic. We could remove cards there too, but relics could be worth it. I will pay some HP. Oh my god, it worked. That's really good. To do 2 damage, kill support units when they move between floors. That's nice. That's a nice benefit. And come on, we picked a number between 1 and 10 right out of the gate. 7 energy on the first turn of battle. Pretty good. It's pretty good. What do you think, Tomo? It's pretty good. I think this means that we actually could probably take draw in the future. And we want... This is okay. But I think we definitely want to dump some of these Frozen Lances. Yeah, I feel sensible about this one. Spell Shield 5. It's not great, but we're not using Spell Shield to kill the Guardians. Or we're not using spells to kill the Guardians, we're using our Crucible Collectors. Really, like, stealth is what hurts us. Sap doesn't really do enough to stop us. Okay, thank God we have 10 energy on this turn. So we have 1 dazed unit, so there's 4 damage on this floor. No Crucible Collector is the real slap in the face here. So, I mean, first off, get this out of here. You guys will not die, though. I'll tell you, hear me out here. Preserve, we're going to put on Immortal Trade, because why not? Pardon me. I think we'd always want a Dante the Deceptive out here. And then are we okay with our champion taking 4 damage? I think we are. To get some spell weakness. Not that the spell weakness will matter. Mostly it's about the damage, I suppose. And then, I really feel like you don't benefit from a Gorge, huh? So this just... We're just going to use this to tank a hit, then. I'm not worried about the energy next turn. This is not our ideal turn. But I think I speak for everybody when I say it is what it is. Okay, now, this is okay. We got a pop. So Crucible Collector comes down. It's good stuff. Morsel Master comes down. And then the morsels come down. Morsel Maker would have been nice, too. Morsel Maker would have been nice too, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So we're at least, you're dying when you move up a floor. Nothing's happening to you guys. Must be nice. And we don't really care about putting spell weakness on, so let's just get this out of here. And that Morsel Maker, we're gonna catch you on the flip side. An expression people still say all the time. People are always saying, catch you on the flip side. Can't shake a stick without somebody saying, catch you on the flip side. You guys are good. You're not gonna live to do damage to the pyre, so I'm not sweating it. How are you doing down here? You copy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, the front door must be held. You definitely come down here. Okay. You guys spell shield, so this is a waste of our time. You know what? Give me more energy next turn. That's the good gravy right there. We're gonna have a big turn next turn. Then, yeah, probably don't hit him with the incants. But what's done is done, and then get this out of here. It's a bit of a slower one, I'll admit. But it really comes down to our first turn, not giving us what... No, I wouldn't say what we expected, but not giving us what we wanted, for sure. Okay, so we do have... you start here for Soyton. Probably you would dump a Frozen Lance, because they do nothing for us. Now you, I'm like, 11 damage times, it's not going to get you. It's not quite going to get you. With 6 energy... We'd like to play our 0-cost cards. We just don't want to hit any incant triggers if possible. So play this down here. And then go ahead and give me some energy next turn. And go ahead and give me some energy right now. You're dying, which is really bad news. But I think this is a perfect deep offering without an incant trigger. Okay. Here we go. With Spell Shield, we can at least offering token the Crypt Builder so we get it next turn. Originally, we were going to do Titan's Tooth, obviously. You still just like Titan's Tooth. Although, hold on. Anybody... You got some spell weakness? 13 times 3. Might minimize our pyre damage taken. I think you do play it up at the top. If you can minimize the pyre damage taken, you're gonna be a happy man. And then your energy, because I'm just thinking, like, I could damage shield you. Rage 6. You're now doing a lot of damage up here. And for morsels, obviously we do get a benefit here. But I'm like, no, you don't put it up there. You put it here. But then Antumbra Assault. It'll deal 11 damage, you'll get 10 armor. It's not a great... It's a 1 damage move. Would not recommend. So we are going to have less energy next turn as a result, but I think we're still going to have a lot. We still have 4? Or we have more than 4? We have 7. That's more than 4. Okay, so you are already dying. But would I like to kill you harder? No, I think we kill you harder. You'll get it. Okay, so here, you got to do it on this floor. So offering token, get this out of here. We're gonna hit you hard. You are gonna get the incant. You're not gonna get the incant trigger. Excuse me. What a world. You're dead already. That's great news. So we for sure want you to die. Nobody's more surprised than me that that spell was worth something. Incant up here. We want you to get more lifesteal triggers. You're getting the harvest kills. It's okay. And we're getting 3 next turn. You don't apply Void Binding this time. Really, because you're getting minus energy every single turn as long as this guy at the top lives. Which now that I think about it, is suboptimal. It's a suboptimal move. But it decays every turn. Yeah, so we're only dealing with this for 1 more turn, which is really not actually that bad. Although 1 energy sucks. So, what's your thing? Do we rather kill you? I think we would rather kill you. So, he's not dying? He's living with 4. Really? You guys are all doing great. Okay, so we need you, like, somewhere in here. You're taking less now because there's going to be a harvest. But it is what it is. I think I speak for everybody when I say it is what it is. We learned something on this one. The only hope is that we did it in such a way that it's not going to ruin our whole run forever. So you're already dead. You're already dead. You're not dead. And you don't get an incant, which is beautiful for us. So we'll offering Crypt Builder you. Now you're dead. You're taking 44, which is pretty good for me too. You're a harvest. You're a harvest. Okay. I feel like you definitely preserve Immortal Trade because it's about to come to a head. And then you're already dying. It's just a question of who do we want to make stronger. I think we'll still make you stronger because we get more value out of it on this floor. And then, might as well. Although maybe we just took away your chance to get lifesteal, but you know what? You're getting a lot of love out of that regardless. And we'll just get rid of this. Alright, it's getting a little tougher to pilot. It's the final wave. You're only taking 185 damage. That sucks. However, you do offering token. You got 6 spell weakness on you, so this is pretty good. That did 476. Okay. Now, where do you go from there? You have multi-strike. So I think we absolutely like Immortal Trade here for even more lifesteal. Now you're taking 355. We want to... There's a couple things. You use an offering token again. Dude, okay, for sure. Honestly, I would dump the Frozen Lance. We can get more value out of the other stuff, I think. Now you're taking 440. Well, yeah, we could have dumped Antumbra Assault as well. The question is, where do you put these guys? I think you can afford to put like 1 down here and hope for the best. Because of the copy. And that took you to 605. I mean, you could only put 1 down there anyway. Then you get stronger for next turn, and we hit you a little bit. So this turned out pretty well. It's going to take a long time for this to percolate out. But in the meantime, like, that was just the stall, and you're already dead, but really we were just looking for 14 turns of spell weakness, which has done 1,000 damage to you in a single hit. That's great stuff. Okay. Kill a morsel unit. Triggers eaten and gorge abilities as if it had been eaten 2x times. It's Shroud Spike. It's Shroud. He's the best player in video games. How could I not? So I was just checking. It's been a little bit of a longer run already, but Pyrebound Siren Song is okay. Units on the 3rd floor just get yeeted up to the pyre. But it's very situational. Shroud Spike, on the other hand, I'm like... I do think it's situational as well. But to remove Consume, I think is nice. And then Capacity, really, I don't think is our problem. I genuinely think, because we summon so many of the energy morsels, we actually get draw. And we don't do that very often. But I think it's the very right play here. Now, do we want to duplicate, or do we want to remove a little bit more? Because it's a tough call. I think maybe we start this way. just because we'll have more money to remove or, you know, do other stuff in the future. Shards of the Pyre. Get Bone Shine, get Bone Rottler. I don't like either of these cards. Making your Pyre stronger, making your Pyre tankier. I'm not saying it's not viable, I'm just saying I've never made it viable. It's not the way I've chosen to build my run, is to have the Pyre do a bunch of damage, right? So, I mean, I think you can copy Morsel Master. I think you can copy Morsel Maker. I think you could... I don't think you copy your holdovers. I think those are a little too spicy. But if you'll hear me out, I think you can also just make another Crucible Collector. But this does run the risk... well, you know, with more draw every single turn, but we don't really need 2 Crypt Builders. 2 holdover Crypt Builders. I think we might be better off with a Morsel Maker that we could put in a room with Dante and just have him, like, buff the Christ out of him. And we're gonna just keep going full on spell weakness. Because that really, like, it's a two-stage battle. Minions, non-boss enemies restore all health when they move up a floor. I'm gonna say no, but the money would be really nice. But it's a 2-stage fight. The minions we kill with units, and the boss we stall with units and then hit him with a killer kicker. You know what I mean? So we got plays. You start with an offering token. What do you dump? Dante's Candle. You start with an offering token. What do you dump? Titan's Tooth. And you love to see it, for that matter. So now you're a problem for us. Because we need to find a way to do 107 damage to you. You're the energy? The thing is, we don't really want you to live. So this is a really, really tough one for me. Because we're going to be low on mana. And then this unit would not even live unless we apply... you know what? Now that I think about it, it would live because of Void Binding. And then get eaten. Okay, I think we're going to play our game. What does that mean? We're doing 60 damage. That's sick. Then we're going to summon this Rubble Morsel. We're still doing 60. However... now we're doing 72, and you're gonna die anyway. I don't know how much, I don't even know if we summoned the champion yet. I think you might just wait on him, dude. We don't want to summon... well, there's no reason to or not to summon another Shade Splitter. I think we'll just wait on this. It's a strange one. I'll admit it's a strange one. Okay, we have no offering cards, but we have value involved. You come up here for certain. We would like to draw more, so let's start with this obvious one. And we do get the Crypt Builder. I'm really glad we did it on this floor, so we can just ice you with no penalty. We definitely still want another Crucible Collector, full stop. Now, what do you do here? I would probably say you still summon the Morsel. Why not? And then you'd probably dump everything. And sadly, we can't summon what I want to summon. However, it doesn't mean we can't get some value out of it. And we'll try to spread the love around here. This is a bit scuffed. It's not the normal way that you would want to maybe run this, but... so, Morsel Master is the copy unit. I think we need to make sure you're in a world of hurt. So we're going to start here and dump that. Getting that every turn is so nice. And then the more we can hurt units right off the bat... this is going to screw us up in a huge way, though. Hold on. Donkey donka donk. That donka donk. Let's get Preserve on Shroud Spike so we can hold it till a good turn or until we discard our whole hand. I think we accept next turn. Maybe as a result of doing this, we have no energy. And we consider that... let's not call it an acceptable price to pay. But we consider that reasonable. And then I'm just gonna Shroud Spike immediately. to give you the double, like the 2x gorge effect, plus, so, which is basically 8 gorges happening simultaneously. Oh, but it only works on 1 unit. Gain energy. +2 in lifesteal. That's what we're looking for. You're taking 68 damage now. It's not really what I was looking for. We're at no energy this turn. No energy. 1 energy. Oh, because we only had 2 units alive. That actually makes a lot of sense. You gotta go. This guy's gotta go ASAP. So, I think maybe with 1 energy, you definitely start with an offering crypt builder. That's like a gimme. You are gonna live, and there's not much I can do about that. I think we'll take the 3 damage, unfortunately. We like Anton-Bro Assault because it gives us a ton of value, like in cards that we can get here. And we definitely like the damage shield is probably a little nicer. Now, if I summon you, you're just getting summoned to die. So we might as well summon you to buff this guy at the top, who is really getting no benefit whatsoever. I'm not giving him any morsels. To be fair to me, it's been a little bit of an energy poor run. And we still only have 2 energy. And this guy's gonna make it to the freaking pyre. Just kidding, dude. Just kidding, dude. So I think we really like a morsel maker here. That's really gonna change things for this guy. Oh, but that would have been pretty sick, but that's okay, because I think we're gonna come out smelling like a rose here regardless. Let's keep Anton-Bro Assault in our hands. Let me put it this way. It's not that spicy, but I'm super glad that I did not take the trial. Yeah, so we like that. Get out of here, stinky. Still mana is like a huge problem. And I'm like, where's my champion? Did my champion get yeeted at some point? Was I not? They haven't come back in the deck. Okay, so we'd like them to come back. Maybe now? It's one of those times where you're like, really happy I got Titan's Tooth, except I didn't summon it on the right floor. So that's, you know, that's on me. Do we like this enough? 13? But you're dying, dude. Why? Well, because you're taking 4 damage. There's no way to stop the 4 damage. So that floor is just kind of done. Can't even kill you with like 14 and 11. Well, I don't think it's that bad, but it's definitely bad. Like, it's really not good. This is a nasty fight. Let's just hope this is the... I mean, Sweep counters us hard. Ember Drain counters us hard because we took no energy plays whatsoever. You're taking 500 damage on this floor, which is beautiful. So what do we like? We definitely Offering and then dump the Crypt Builder. That's a gimme. You're still... 500 damage is still really good. We're going to get the same combo next turn, so we do play Urchin Spines. Then we think, okay? So you guys are going to make it up to the next floor. You're not going to do enough damage to really... to scare me too much, I think. We do like this. We get 2 morsels out of that. And what are we trying to do with these morsels? Really, we're just trying to make you slightly stronger. Because you're dead. I think we wouldn't mind some extra energy next turn. And you're gonna eat them all, which is comical. And you know what? I think we just try to save like 3 pyre damage, and we'll put you... So we're trying to make you stronger. This is gonna be close. This could be where it all falls apart. But here's the thing. We did put 500 damage on this guy. And then this turn, we will put some more. You don't have Sweep, right? No, he doesn't have Sweep. So we're looking for Spell Weakness. Again. I don't think there's a reason not to cast this. Like, Spell Weakness 4 If it costs 0, I think we do the same damage by doing 2 spell weakness 2s or whatever than we would by doing 1 spell weakness 4 with the same situation. So you're going to do 29 damage. Full stop. Like, Immortal Trade is not going to help us too much there. But we definitely do like the draw discard. That's pretty nice. And I'll tell you, Void Binding does help. But I'm just like, I think we put it on you so that you live long enough to put more spell weakness on him. And then we also put this on you. I don't know if it'll make any difference now that I think about it. Well, hold on. Your Morsel Maker. We're going to put something in front of you so that you live long enough to put even more spell weakness. And then we're going to put something in front of you so you get even more spell weakness. And then we're going to do this, and I don't even know if that'll make a difference at all, but it is what it is. I think you're super dead, but this was not a good fight for us. This is the first time I've ever felt vindicated taking so much draw, though. I'll tell you that much. All right. With spell weakness, it's pretty interesting, but well, I think it's better than but. I think you just do it. And straight up, I feel like the Void Binding is good enough now. I really do. So #1 priority, I think, is really removal. So when it's the final boss. So what do you do for removal? It's the, I think it's full on get rid of these Frozen Lances, which are not horrible, but we have better spells, ideally. And then for the duplicate, you really got to think this one through. I mean, this is tough. You want something that's going to be good forever. I think like a second Morsel Master it's something. I do want to see what we get here. Hold on. Endless. It's tempting. I think we're looking at trinkets first. Second unit during a turn, get 3 energy. I think that's worth more than anything else I've seen. Because we do run into energy problems because we haven't taken any of the energy stones. And then I would really think, like, on a... I don't know. Enjoy, Dante. We don't really... The idea we would be thinking is we don't really need Endless, because we're gonna just make it work anyway. He doesn't really need another multi-strike 1. I think we'd just rather give him default bonuses here. And then, like, a Morsel Maker or Master having more HP, I think, is worth something. Okay. Here we are, doing everything we can, holding on to what I have, trying to beat the Stygian. You can see a little smile. You know I was happy with that one. Sap is not that bad. We should be able to start high enough this sap is not super relevant. You're an Ember Drain unit, aren't you? You're not, and you don't attack. It's a dream come true. So, what do you like? We really would like to draw on turn 1, but we're not going to get there, because we don't have any of our Crucible Lords. So, this is a weird one. You are going to hit for 11, which is bad. However, I think we definitely just kill you. Oh, excuse me. We definitely get rid of that. And then Morsel Master and Maker, we definitely do like on the same floor. I think we want the Master further behind. Although it is tankier. So we got a bunch of energy. But we need, like, right now, you're gonna eat the morsels. Which we don't want. But do we really want Titan's Bane here? We'd really prefer to have a Crucible Collector and then Titan's Bane behind. So it's, in my opinion, is not an easy choice. So I think we stall on the Titan's Bane, though it scares me. And, we might... Here's the thing. It will ruin the Morsel Maker's ability on this turn. But I really just want you to get out of my hand. So I think, yeah, you can actually play it for 0 and just watch it get bodied. But you do have a Harvest ability, so I gave you 15 armor there. Not great. Now, I've screwed this up pretty bad. We can't even play a Gorge Collector on the top floor. And the other thing I've screwed up is they're not Gorge Collectors. So what are we going to do about that? If we get 2 damage spells we can nuke 2 minions and put a Crucible Collector up there. For now, we have problems, though. Okay, so hold on, hold on. Start here. And I think you probably dump Void Binding early. It's a little too spicy. Now, you guys, you're doing bad stuff, don't get me wrong. I think we start here, though. This is, we may have screwed this one up beyond, like, reason. Wish me luck. I know I got the harvest triggers out there, but just at least hitting here was pretty solid. And then we do, hold on, we want you to get as strong as possible. And that gives us our energy back, which is nice. We definitely do want to start buffing a Crucible Collector, even if this isn't the way we drew it up. I think you like something like that. So that middle floor is a very weird one. There's not a lot to like there. We'll just dump that. I still think you do like a Morsel Master here. Who is dying to... Okay. 11, 24, 24. Yo. That sucks. But you have 35. So I'm like, hold on. Hold on. If I put you up here, the Crucible Collector is more important than you. Alright. Dante is still dying. But you know what? There's not a lot we can do about that now. We've really screwed this one up. Oh no! I don't even think the way we did that led to, like, it went wrong, okay? It just went wrong. It all fell apart at the end. Oh, 2 damage to the rear enemy unit with a Morsel Seed. That's so good. We were so close to, what we wanted to see there. But you know what? It happens. It happens. It seems like I always make it to the end with the Umbra, and then a terrible mistake shuts me down. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Especially if you watched all 1 hour and 7 minutes and 19 seconds of it. We're gonna get there one day. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna get there one day. I appreciate your support on this series. I'm glad so many people are enjoying it. Go check out the game for yourself on Steam, and I'll see you next time. I'll be in the comments as well. See ya. See ya. See ya.